Sometimes, the biggest threat to your marriage isn't outside your home. It walks right through your front door. It was 7:42 p.m. Dinner was almost ready. Amina stood in the kitchen, tasting the stew, humming softly. Her phone buzzed. It was her husband, Brian. "Hey," she smiled, putting him on speaker. "You're late again." There was a pause. Then he said, "Babe, my mom is coming to stay with us." Amina froze. "For how long?" Another pause. "Just for a while." Something in his voice felt off. 2 days later, Patricia stood at the doorway. Perfect posture, sharp eyes, suitcases behind her. Amina forced a smile. "Welcome, Mum." Patricia looked her up and down. "You've gained weight," she said flatly. "Marriage is treating you well." Amina's smile tightened. Brian laughed awkwardly. "Mom." But Amina noticed something. He didn't correct her. First, it was subtle. "Amina, is this how you cook rice? You don't iron Brian's shirts properly? In my day, wives woke up earlier than this." Comment small, but constant, like water dripping on stone. Brian would just say, "Babe, she's just old-fashioned." But to Amina, it didn't feel harmless. It felt personal. One morning, Amina walked into the kitchen and stopped. Patricia had rearranged everything. Spices moved, utensils replaced, food cooking on the stove. "I woke up early," she said. "This house needed proper food." Amina swallowed hard. "This is my kitchen," she said quietly. Patricia turned. "And this is my son's house." Silence. Heavy. Dark. And for the first time, Amina felt like a guest in her own home. That night, Amina couldn't hold it in. "Brian, this isn't working." He sighed immediately. "Not this again. She disrespects me. In my own house. She's my mother, Amina. And I'm your wife." The room went quiet. Brian rubbed his face. "She's going through a lot right now. Can't you just be patient?" Amina stared at him. "So I should just accept it?" He didn't answer. And that silence felt like betrayal. If you've ever felt like you had to compete for your own place in your marriage, take a second, like this video, not just for the story, but because you know this feeling is real. And if you believe love should never feel like a competition, comment, "Peace in my home." Let's continue. Days passed. Brian started spending more time with his mother, laughing, talking, reminiscing. Amina watched from a distance, invisible. One evening, she heard something from the hallway. Patricia's voice. "You've changed since you married her." Amina froze. Brian's voice came next, quieter. "She's trying." Patricia scoffed. "Trying is not enough." Amina stepped back, heart racing. Something wasn't right. The tension finally exploded. "I can't do this anymore," Amina said. Brian looked tired. "What do you want me to do? Set boundaries? With my mother?" "Yes." He shook his head. "You're asking me to choose." Amina's voice broke. "No. I'm asking you to protect us." That night, Amina couldn't sleep. Something about everything felt off. So she did something she had never done before. She checked Brian's messages. And what she saw made her heart drop. A message from his sister. "Has Mum told Amina the real reason she left?" Amina's hands trembled. Left what? This wasn't just about living with them. There was something deeper. Something no one had told her. The next morning, Amina stood in the kitchen. Patricia walked in calmly. "Amina, make tea." But this time, Amina didn't move. Instead, she looked her straight in the eyes and asked, "What really happened before you came here?" Patricia paused, just for a second, but it was enough. Because in that moment, Amina knew, this wasn't just about control. It was about something they were hiding. If you want episode 2, where the truth about his mother finally comes out. Comment. Part 2 now. Because what Amina discovers next changes everything.